morning, everyone. I am officially back. Today is week 2. I know last week I promised I was going to record, but I got sick. And well, I am still sick, but I'm better now. And it was the first week, which is really crazy. We had orientation and just getting everything organized for the week. But now today is Monday. Today is my longest day because I'm there from 8 to 3:30 with only like 10-minute, 20-minute break. So it's a pretty long day today, but I just can't wait to get this day started with and over with. So let's go. I'm officially on campus and fully awake now that I am here, but now I'm just waiting for the 6 o'clock shuttle. So I take that shuttle with my friend Aime. We get to campus, we have our breakfast, and I get everything ready for the classes that I'm gonna have. Today I have community lecture, and after our lecture we meet with our clinical instructor and we just talk about assignments that we have for clinical that are due, or we also talk about how our experiences are going in the sites that we are at. And then after that, that's like an hour class. We have like a 20-minute break or a 10-minute break. And then from 12:30 to 3:30, we have a research class. So hopefully I could stay up during class for research this week, because last week it was so hard because I'm not used to having like a 10-minute break in between classes that are like back to back. I'm usually, like last quarter, we had a 3-hour break. So I was able to eat, nap. But now that we don't have that, it is kind of hard and I have to adjust to it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure today will go well, and yeah, we'll just see. Hello everyone, I am officially done with my day. I am now driving back home, and of course it's raining, and you know, on top of that we have LA traffic, so it's gonna take about maybe an hour for me to get home. But yeah, today was very busy. I wasn't able to record during the day because it's literally, like I said, one class after the other. But today in community health, basically community health is very different from the other types of nursing classes that I've taken, because it's a specialty within its own. With like pediatric care or med-surg, you focus basically on the patient itself and looking at their illnesses and what they need in order for them to get home and get better. When in community health is kind of different, because we're now looking at the population and seeing what their needs are. So looking at I guess we don't have no longer patients, but the population, and seeing what kind of maybe resources they might need and stuff like that. But today specifically, we were going over family nursing, which consists of looking at or taking care of the family, not just the individual. And we know that the family is important because they are the ones that usually take care of that individual person who is sick. So if we don't take care of the family, then most likely that individual will come back because the family might not take care of them, or they don't know exactly how to care for their sick one. So it's very important. And in our nursing school, we are following the Roy model, not one that I like. I don't know, it's just confusing sometimes, but the Roy model is kind of like a holistic approach on taking care of a patient. So we're not looking at just the physical component of the family, we're looking at like social components, psychological components. So looking at the family in different views and not just what we see with our own eyes. But yeah, that's what we did today in community. And in research, we discussed about ethics and also about theories and concepts. And I was able to work with my group to come up with a research question, which will probably change after we start doing our research. But yeah, this semester is pretty busy compared to the last semester. But with the people that I'm working with, I feel very confident that we're able to do our work and everyone can pull their own weight. So I'm not too worried about that, and I'm very happy and lucky to have their support, because I know I'm not going through all this on my own. I'm very worried about community because I heard the first exam is very challenging and hard. So I'm going to spend most of my time studying for community health, because I know the first exam is going to be really hard. And we only have 2 exams, which is the midterm and the final. And as you know, in nursing school, you have to get a 75% average on your exams in order to pass the material. So I want to make sure that I pass the 75, so then, I mean, I still want to do good on the final, but I don't have to really stress out about it when the final comes along. But yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty sure everything's going to work out fine, because I'm planning to work with some friends and study together. One of you guys actually asked like tips for studying, and now that I'm stuck here in the car, I'll give them to you. So with different areas of nursing, it varies. So if we're talking about med-surg, of course you want to look at the pathophysiology, so what is going on in the body. We're also going to start looking at our assessment, or signs and symptoms of what is going on. And then we're also going to start looking at nursing interventions, and also medications that you as a nurse could give. So for example, if we had someone who had asthma, we first want to look at the pathophysiology of that disease. And we know that in asthma, there's constriction of the bronchioles and also mucus production, which prevents air to go through. In other cases, that's why you hear sometimes people who have an asthma attack are wheezing, is because air is trying to go through the bronchioles when it's constricted, so it makes that wheezing noise. So we know that's going on in the pathophysiology. Usually that happens due to them being exposed to an allergen, which could be like dust mites, maybe dogs, or whatever that person might be allergic to that causes the attack. So that's our pathophysiology, and we know now what's going on. And then we also start looking at our signs and symptoms, right? So they're gonna have that wheezing, shortness of breath. You're gonna see increased work of breathing. Maybe they might have increased anxiety. You're gonna listen to the lungs, and you're gonna hear, like I said again, wheezing, due to the fact that the bronchioles are being constricted. So now that we have the signs and symptoms of what someone with asthma will present with, now we're gonna start looking at our nursing interventions. So what are we gonna do? The first thing that we need to do is make sure that we're protecting the airway, to making sure that they could still breathe. And then the second thing that we want to do is, we know the cause of asthma is most likely due to the fact that they're being that they came across this allergen that's making their bronchioles constrict. So we take them out of that situation, so they won't have that still allergic response. And then we increase the head of the bed. We could give oxygen. We could also give bronchodilators, which open up the airway, like albuterol. So those are our basic nursing interventions. And we want to make sure that we're always following our ABCs, which is airway, breathing, and circulation. And in this disease, the airway is the issue. So that's going to be our main focus, making sure that we keep that airway open. But yeah, that's basically how you study, or how you kind of approach med-surg. But in different areas of nursing, it varies. For like mental health, you want to focus on patient safety, and also psychiatric drugs, because those are very big. And then in OB, we want to make sure that we're also taking care of the mom and the baby. OB is one of my least favorite subjects. I really didn't like that specialty. But yeah, those are like the main things. Also for OB, follow the patho, the assessments, the nursing interventions, and the medications. And then for pediatrics, of course, pediatrics is very big on development stages. So at at 3 months, what can a child do? At 4 months, what could they do? At 6 months, what they could do? That's very important for pediatrics. But we also want to make sure that in peds, if they're behind by a little bit, it's okay, because every child develops differently. Not every child's the same way. And that's very important to tell parents, because a lot of parents compare the kids to one another. So they'll say like, oh, why can't my baby do this? And why can their baby do it? Most of the responses that we give them is like, children develop differently, so you can't expect every child to be the same. What else? But yeah, that's like how I usually approach things, by breaking the material down and trying to really understand it and not memorize the material. And then once I get all my information for that, for whatever I'm studying with, I meet with friends and we discuss the material that we're going to be tested on. And then after all that, I also practice NCLEX questions, which is very useful, because if you don't know what the priority is for a certain disease, you can actually, when you take the questions, you can see like, oh, they're really asking questions about, I don't know, asthma and how to treat it. Okay, so that's one of the things that you might need to be focusing on, especially when the test comes, because you know that they're probably going to ask those type of questions. So that's why I always say to practice questions before the exam. So when you go into the exam, you're into that mindset of answering those types of questions, which consist of application and not memorization. I think that's why a lot of people do not bad, but not as good on exams, because they try to memorize everything. But if it's impossible to memorize everything, because there's a lot of things to know. So what I try to do is try to understand it, where I'm not memorizing every single bit and piece that the book says word by word. What else? Also use YouTube videos. I use YouTube videos to study too, like Registered Nurse RN, she's really good. Osmosis, which kind of goes into it, maybe a little bit more than you really need to know, because it's for med students, but I just get the overall idea of what's going on. I also look at NRSNG. They're really good. They have a med-surg program where you have an actual RN, I think, who used to work in a neurocritical care unit, and he goes over med-surg. So he teaches about like diabetes and hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism when you cover endocrine. But he's really good. I'm gonna attach the links below so you guys could check it out and look at those resources. When I am back home now, I was gonna do work, but I am tired. So I decided to just plan my week in my planner that I have, and I wrote down all the things that I have to do so I won't fall behind. And it also feels good to check things off once you finish things. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I am exhausted, and I will probably record a little bit tomorrow, not too much, because Tuesdays are my days off, so that's usually when I catch up on work or just relax. But since I have quite a lot of work to do, I'm gonna do some discussion posts tomorrow and also catch up on material that I am kind of like confused about or just need to review a little bit more. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello guys, today is Wednesday and I am here at clinical. I just got here. It is 5:45 and the person who I'm supposed to shadow today comes here at 6. But I came a little bit early because I wasn't aware of the area and I didn't know where to park, but I found parking, so thank God. But today I'm going to be here from 6 to 2, I think. Yeah, 6 to 2. And we'll see how it goes. I really don't know what to expect. They say that since I'm in community health, I'm at a church right now. They say like a lot of homeless people come in and ask questions or just like want to get their blood pressures checked. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I'll go well. It's very different from the hospital setting, and I kind of like it because in a hospital, you're always like, oh, I need to do this at 8 o'clock. I need to do this at 9 o'clock. I need to do this. And I feel like in community health, there isn't like a time set for things to do, and you just wait for people to come. Because if no one comes, then you really don't do much. So yeah, I want to see how it goes today, and I will update you when I get out and I drive back home. Hello everyone, I am officially off clinical and I am now going back home. I'm on the freeway right now. There's a bit of traffic because of course it's raining still. Well, not raining, but it's kind of like drizzling, and you know, when a raindrop falls on the floor, everyone doesn't know how to drive here in LA. But yeah, I'm on my way back home. Clinical was okay. There wasn't a lot of people today, maybe like 10 or 11 because of the rain, so there was a lot of downtime, and I was like kind of like dozing off and like falling asleep because there really wasn't anything to do. So I learned my lesson. I'm gonna bring like my research book or my community notes and do work when there is nothing to do at that time. But overall it was okay. What we did was we like reconciled medications and put it into like pill holders for people to take, because sometimes they don't know how many of the pills they need to take, or they don't know like how to organize them. So the pill organizer does it like Monday to Sunday, and then every Wednesday they come back and then we refill the pill holders for them. So we did that, and of course medication education, and we also did nutrition education, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, and of course exercise, but it's pretty much prevention that we're focusing on. So we didn't see anything big today like you would at a hospital, but I like it. It was very chill, nothing big. Everything was okay. So yeah, now I am starving. I forgot to bring my lunch, so I am taking my time to get home because I don't want to get into an accident, but I'm trying to get home as quickly as possible because I am hungry. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys once I get home. I'm probably going to study for community and finish reading a chapter that I was reading yesterday about vulnerable populations. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I just woke up from my nap, and now I'm going to get back to studying. Right now I'm going to cover the Roy model, and I'm also going to look at a case study today for my community class. It's going to be part of our discussion post that we have to complete, so I'm going to look at that today so I can complete that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of time because the person who I shadow tomorrow isn't going to be there, so I just got to go to the main office and just do my work there because they want me to be there to complete my hours. So yeah, I just have to hang out there and do work, which is good because I get to finish most of the work that I need to get done this weekend. So yeah. Morning everyone, today is Thursday and that's it. I'm done for the week today after I finish this, but right now I'm in clinical. Since the person like I mentioned before is not going to be here today, I had to go to the main office, so I just got here, and yeah, I'm only going to be doing work for 7 hours. So yeah, it's going to be boring. So I'm going to see if I could get out earlier. I'm going to text my instructor and see if I could just head out at home, maybe like at 1 or 2, because I feel like it's kind of pointless being here just doing homework. Like, what's the point of that? I could have just been home doing it there. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes once I get out of the clinic, and hopefully I can leave early today because I don't want to be stuck in traffic, and especially it's raining right now and it's crazy. It took me almost like an hour just to get over here. Hello everyone, I am out and I am done for the week. So I didn't end up leaving early like I wanted to, but that's okay because I was able to do like my discussion posts for my class, and then I was also able to do some notes on the readings that we had for this week that just passed. But overall, today was a great day. I just got out of this community thing that we ended up doing, we were doing like blood pressure checks, and then education on like high blood pressure and how to lower your blood pressure. Also talking about like blood pressure medications, and also cholesterol medications like statins that people take in order to decrease their cholesterol. Overall, I really liked it. Very educational, which is what I like. I like teaching patients about their blood pressure medications, their cholesterol medications, and the importance of like exercising and decreasing your salt intake in order to decrease your blood pressure. I love all that. So yeah, we did that for an hour and a half, and then yeah, I'm heading home now that we're done. Yeah, it was cool. I like that part of community health because there's a lot of teaching that happens, and yeah, I was able to learn a lot today. Some people like don't take their medications because, of course, like we always know, they don't like the side effects that they experience while taking the medication. Sometimes they even run out of their medications and don't have enough money to buy their medications, or they forget to take it, which is what happened a lot today. A lot of people forgot to take their medications. So, and that shows when you take their blood pressure, because sometimes it'll be like 160 over 90 or 80. So yeah, very important to take your blood pressure medications to prevent strokes and heart attacks and kidney failure, and the list goes on. So yeah, we were able to educate them on the risk of having like high blood pressure, and also a little education about strokes and like their symptoms, and what to watch out for. So overall, it was a great day. I'm heading back home now. I am starving just like yesterday, so I can't wait to eat. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys when I get home. I'm probably gonna study, and of course watch some Netflix or Hulu and catch up on the shows that I was watching for the week. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Happy Friday, everyone. We survived the week. Yesterday I didn't record anymore because when I got home I ended up laying down and watching Netflix the whole night, and that's because I got most of my work done in clinical. But today is finally Friday. I already got most of the work that I needed to do. I had to do like a discussion post and also like read. We're always doing discussion posts because we have to reply to the person, include references, you know, all those things. But now that I'm done with the work that I had to do today, I get to take a nap because I work the night shift. But anyways, I want to wish you guys a good weekend. Do something fun. And I know midterms are approaching, so remember to take care of yourself. But yeah, thank you again for watching the video, and I will see you guys on the next one.